Yo, what is going on, everybody? Just James Games coming at you with another Grand Theft Auto 5 build and cruise video. And today we got the Annis Remus. So this car is heavily based off of the 88 to 94 Nissan Silvia S13 Coupe. And it is currently on sale for 719,000. It's got a retail price for $1,027,500, which is super reasonable, given the customization options on this car. So we're gonna get into that. Drift tuning is available. I already have a drift build of this car, so if you guys do want to see that, let me know down below, and I will be sure to get on that. I do really like this car for drifting. I think it's my favorite car for drifting. But we're going to get into this. If you don't already know how we do it, we take the car for a test drive stock, and we see how it sounds, see how it performs, and then we take it for a test drive, or we take it to the build shop, try to pull a clean build out of it, depending on what kind of style we're going to go for. I think for this one, we're just going to go for just like a JDM tuner car. I want something to rip around in. I really like S13s. They're one of my favorite cars. And I think I'm going to have to pick up another one, maybe pull another drift build out of it. So if you guys want to see that, let me know down below. I'm okay with buying another third one. It is one of my favorite cars in the game. So with all that out of the way, let's take this thing for a test drive. This car is rear-wheel drive and featuring a 5-gearbox transmission. It has a dual overhead cam inline 4 engine. And you can already hear it sounds really good. A lot of the tuners DLC cars did. It was the DLC we've all been waiting for. They don't sound as good as real life cars, obviously, but there's a nice amount of rasp to it, but not an over amount. Over amount? I don't know. This car definitely has a bit of suspension travel as it sits right now. It's not sitting lowered. And you definitely feel it, and I think it adds for a more comfortable drive. But I mean, we have to compromise that. I mean, come on. Look at that. Now we can lower this car through the interaction menu, and it will sit a lot lower, just as is. So it is possible that I keep stock suspension. Give it one more spin around the block. Stock, it's handling well, performing well, no complaints. Let's pull a build. Alright, so the build is done. I'm not sure how I feel about this one. The rims were definitely a bold move. I used to use these rims all the time, and I think they just kind of fit this generation of car, especially like leaning more into the 80s. I was really disappointed in the customization options for the exhaust because I wanted a single exit exhaust. I hate when there's cutouts for both. First off, I hate that when they cut out both, but then it's like there's options for one. That's annoying to have that cut out. Two, the options for the single intake was either just the shitty little rusted fucking stock piece of shit, or I get one of, I think, three of these side exiting, well, I guess it's not side exiting, but exiting to the exterior side of the car Shakatan style exhaust, which is totally bold. I wouldn't typically go for that, but I think this build just kind of all fits that same trend. Like the roof spoiler, I mean, it could fit this car. I think it fits this build. Same with the roof thing. This is supposed to be a kind of like an everyday driver that is a little bit pimped out. Like we've got the sports upgrade in there, but the nitrous is a little bit much. All right, like obviously we can't control that, but let's say nitrous and fire extinguisher aside, maybe this is like a clean everyday driver as someone who really enjoys performance vehicles. So like to have this in my everyday garage would make sense, and you have extra storage up there. It's just I like it. It feels realistic to me, and if you know me, I like to play the game realistically. I went with this bumper choice just because I want to keep it super clean and simple. I really wish I could have gotten rid of the front plate, but that wasn't an option, unfortunately, or at least skew it to the side, but no. As far as the spoiler, I was debating going with a ducktail or a lip, but I think it ended up looking cleaner with nothing. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of this build down below. We've got the racing blue accents inside, but I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions down below. If you look to my right, there is actually a white Remus there. I think that's a Remus. Yeah, well, maybe I guess I'll have 4. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of this one down below. I'm gonna take it for a rip and let you know my thoughts on the performance. Before we do that, let's slap this baby low to the flow. Look at that. Fuck yeah, bud. Oh, we're fucking tucked now. Take a picture of that. Yeah. Send that to your wife. Tell us see you later. Look at this thing, man. And as usual, all gas, no brakes as far as upgrades. And I did go ahead and put the suspension as low as it could go, just because with these rims and tires, I had to drop the car. Like I just had to do it. We make up some cushion in the tire because we added a thicker tire wall. So we make up some cushion and comfort in the tire, and we sacrifice the suspension. That's what we got to do here, keep it low. Alright guys, that's gonna do for today's cruise. So like I said, this car retails for just over $1 million. The customization options are just insane. It's based off of a real life classic, iconic tuner. And I mean, if you don't like S13s, fine. But, you know, there's not very many people out there. It's a beautiful car. You gotta appreciate it. And though it did feel a lot more jolty when it was stock, like I always say, after you put all the performance upgrades and the additional upgrades on here, body kit, all that, the car just feels more sluggish. It definitely is faster with upgrades, but it just feels more sluggish, if that makes sense. So it doesn't feel zippy, but it does perform, and I really like the exhaust notes from in the cabin. I don't know if it's just this exhaust, I don't think it is, but I really do like them. They're very raspy, very 90s Honda-esque, but in a clean way, and it just sounded nice ripping through the hills. Overall, it had quite an impressive amount of handling. I really thought I would have crashed going through the hills as fast as I was. I was pretty much pedal to the floor for most of that. I mean, like, obviously you have to slow down for some bits, but that was pretty much going full tilt. So you see how fast it can accelerate and get to top speed. It's not super fast, but it is a nice car. It is fun to drive, and I can't knock it. So for the price, I would recommend it. Definitely one for the collection. You can make lots of different builds out of it, and I think it could suit so many different styles. Drift tuning's available, like I've already said, and this car is an awesome drift car. So if you guys don't have this one as a drift car, this is the week to pick it up because it is on sale, so don't slack on that. And yeah, so that's gonna be it for this one, guys. Like I said, if you enjoyed, leave a thumbs up. If you want to see more content like this, subscribe, and comment your suggestions for builds and videos you want to see down below. Until next time, guys, this has been Jesse James Games, and I'm out. Drive safe.